In this video, we're going to walk through a website transformation for Busy Bee Plumbing. I'll be showing you the common mistakes that can hurt your website's performance and how a quick redesign can make all the difference in converting visitors into customers. Now, before we dive in, my name is Brad Pouncey, and at Pouncey Pro, we design websites that not only look great, but actually drive leads for your business. And we've made plenty of websites for local businesses and have now developed a system for knowing what works and what doesn't. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how you can make your plumbing website more effective. So let's dive right into it. So for Busy Bee Plumbing, we're going to start with what is not working on their current site. The biggest issue that I see out the gate is a cluttered layout. So if we scroll through here, it's got way too much going on. There is a lot of big blocks of text. There's a bunch of images, which are great, but there's a confusing navigation. It took me a while to even figure out that this was the navigation actually. So it's very confusing, very cluttered, and it just kind of is overwhelming. You don't know where to look. There's a lot of things going on, and when visitors feel lost, they'll leave your site, just plain and simple, and they're going to look for a competitor or somebody else that can communicate more clearly and effectively. Next up is there's no real clear value proposition. So as we scroll through, visitors don't immediately know without having to read through all of these novels of text what makes Busy Bee different from other plumbing services. So without a strong and clear message about what makes your business stand out, users aren't going to stick around long enough to book a service. Now, this next one is super important for service businesses. There's no easy way to contact Busy Bee. The phone number is up here at the top and it is down here in the footer, but in both locations, it's not clickable. So someone actually has to either have this up on their computer or have it up on their phone and go back and forth between the phone to be able to dial the phone number in order to even get in touch with them. And what we're really wanting to see here is a book now, a schedule appointment button, and we're missing that. When someone needs a plumber, they're looking to call you fast. They have a problem, they need it right now, and they're not going to sit here and dig around for contact details and all that kind of stuff. They're going to go to somewhere else where they can just easily book an appointment online or click to call, something that is just a lot easier. So the harder you make it for a user, the less likely they are to convert. Along with that, the current site has really weak or really non-existent calls to action. CTAs like learn more, don't drive urgency. Stronger CTAs like get a free estimate, request a free quote, book a service, schedule an appointment are much more effective because they're going to tell visitors exactly what to do next. And we're really not seeing any of that here. I'm not sure there's even a single button aside from submit and apply now on the page. So that's really something that we're going to want to make sure we change, because without anything driving action, people just aren't going to take action. Another major problem that I'm seeing here as I scroll through is just a lack of visual trust signals. So these are things like customer testimonials, badges, certifications, accreditations, guarantees, and these are all things that are going to help build credibility and trust with new visitors very, very quickly. And then the last thing we talked about a little bit earlier, but the site is just overloaded with dense text, not enough engaging visuals and elements. These big paragraphs are very overwhelming for visitors. There's some images here, and I'll give them credit for definitely having some images, but I would really recommend having a photo shoot with a professional photographer can really go a long way to visually communicate what it's like to work with Busy Bee. And people just want to be able to quickly scan the page and find key info using things like bullet points, icons, headlines, things like that, to make things a lot more digestible and easy to take in and scan. If any of these things are sounding kind of familiar to you and you feel like you could use a refresh, definitely drop a link to your website down in the comments. I'd be happy to take a look and give you a few pointers, a few things that maybe could be improved. Or if you're looking to redo your website, head over to pounceypro.com and book a discovery call where we can hop on a call, talk about your project, and see if we would be a good fit. Now let's take a look at how we addressed each of these problems in the redesign of the Busy Bee website. So the first thing you'll notice is just overall, as soon as the page loads, a decluttered layout. And we streamline the homepage with clean sections that we'll get to in just a second, cut down on any of that unnecessary text. We also simplified the navigation bar up here to just a few key categories and placed it at the top where it belongs instead of right under that image slider. And this is going to make it a lot easier for visitors to find what they need right away, whether it's residential services, commercial services, contact info, things like that. Next, we added clear messaging right at the top of the homepage. Now visitors can immediately see why Busy Bee is the go-to plumbing service in their area, with a bold headline like fast, reliable plumbing services in Cary, North Carolina and beyond. Messaging like this is incredibly helpful for visitors so that they know that they're in the right place as soon as the page loads. We also made the contact information impossible to miss. There's now a prominent CTA button to request a free quote, both in the hero and in the nav. And this is going to make it really, really clear what to do and how to take that next step. They're only a click away from making a call, adding the phone number and emails up to the banner. We continued with strong CTAs throughout the page with clear, action-oriented buttons. Now you can see request a free quote in nearly every single section. These CTAs, they're bright, they're bold, they're repeated multiple times across multiple key pages. So you have to make it easy for users to take action and make it clear what they should do to get started. The main option on this homepage is obviously request a free quote, clear, effective messaging and communication. To build trust, we also added customer testimonials straight from their Google reviews. They actually have over 600 Google reviews with a 4.8 rating, and there was no mention of any of this on their current website. So trust signals like this give potential customers confidence in Busy Bee's services before they even pick up the phone. We've got them down here with the 5 stars, the Google logo. You can scroll through. You don't have obviously put all 600 on the page, but any that you can add is definitely very helpful. We also added some right up here, right under the hero section, as well as up top in the main banner. So the more trust signals you can add, the quicker you can build authority and trust with users. And then finally, we broke up that dense text and added engaging elements and visuals. This makes a site a lot easier to scan. It's more inviting, and it just overall encourages visitors to stay longer, explore their services instead of being overwhelmed by large blocks of small text. And that's how we would improve Busy Bee Plumbing's cluttered and confusing website and turn it into a clean, high-converting tool for their business. If you want to see more examples of our work or talk about how we can help your business's website, head on over to pounceypro.com and schedule that discovery call. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a link to your website in the comments if you'd like me to take a look and give you some feedback. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.